Hey guys, Chase here from Airsoft, and today we have a rant slash possible giveaway video for you. This video will talk about everything Airsoft or anything I get pissed at while I'm playing Airsoft, or video games. Who fucking knows? That was probably not a good idea to say fucking. Oh well. Should have warned you there's gonna be profanity. Profanity. There will be profanity, now that I said it after 2 F-bombs. One of the first things I want to talk about is why do you play Airsoft? I play Airsoft basically to get geared up and have fun with my friends and possibly pursue a military career. But at the same time, if you're playing Airsoft and you're overall not having fun, there's no point in playing. If you're going out there, like the 2 days ago or something like that, I went to Fighter Town and I saw people sitting there, not even playing Airsoft, and they were just sitting there chilling out, having a good time at the field. They probably played like 3 games out of the whole day, but they were having fun, and that's all that matters when you go to that field. But I'd recommend, if you're not going to play, don't spend your money and go to a field. You might as well just hang out at your house. And then people also play so you're not killed in real life. I understand some people don't want to join the military. That's cool with me. But I'm on the same boat. I don't want to be killed. That's not my goal. When you play Airsoft, you can be killed, and then you're able to remain alive in the real world. And then if you're not having fun overall, if someone's telling you to rush up or do anything like that, and they're not doing it, well, you know what? There's something wrong. You need to tell them. I want to talk about Airsoft beginners versus experts. I don't know your guys' thoughts on this, but I get PO'd when a whole bunch of those expert teams, I won't name any names, but they have all orange camo, and they're shooting 560 FPS cheating the chrono. The refs found out. Anyways, I hate that. I'm going there. I'm not a beginner, but I'm an intermediate player. I've only been playing for about 3 years, and that just makes me mad. They're going up with some of their best guns. Polar Star is fully kitted out. Even though I have a Polar Star, they're running Orca barrels, R hop ups, whatever you can think of is in their Polar Star. And to top that off, their AEGs are maxed out. They could have like dual sector gears or even MOSFETs. With the dual sector gears, though, usually you're not going to be shooting over like 320 like FPS because you're going for a high rate of fire. If I'm right, if that's a dual sector one. And they have their dual sector gears, which usually run no more than 320 FPS, shooting at like 560 feet per second. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. And then it affects other players. When you're going out against the beginner kids, like I said, like when we go to VIP Airsoft and they're running their all rental gear and you're shooting 80 rounds a second going CQB or something like that, they're not going to have fun. And it affects them, so you won't have any future generations of players to come and, I guess, play against you. Or even if you're not playing anymore, it's kind of like a global warming situation. That's how I think of it. Like, back in the 20s or whatever, they're starting their mass production of pollution and all that stuff. That's when they started to find that out. And they thought that it really didn't matter. But now, what are we doing right now? Trying to solve global warming. That's how I could just relate it. And then, one of those things I want to talk about is the YouTube channels. I love going on YouTube. It's one of my favorite things to do. Besides playing hockey and Airsoft and hanging out with friends and stuff, it's one of my favorite things to do. When you go on YouTube, you can find almost anything. And when you're looking for the Airsoft in the Airsoft world, that's one of those important things, because those new people are the ones that get you reviews and everything like that, or just fun gameplay footage. You see a lot of those SoCal players and other players such as Scout the Doggy give you interesting videos to watch. One of my problems is when I play, or when I watch videos, I don't like watching videos where I play anymore, because the kids there, or even the adults, don't edit videos. Not saying you have to go out full out montage editing the videos. I mean, when you're waiting 5-6 minutes to sit there and begin the game, like you're in the waiting part of the game, like in your spawn zone, they just leave that in there. I don't want to watch that personally. Once again, it is a personal rant, so you could have a different opinion as me, but I find that kind of boring and kind of bull that they put us through that. So if you guys are starting a YouTube channel, do not do that. And then, see how I'm ranting right here? Airsoft Talk, I really liked your little video. I'll link it down at the bottom and your channel if you end up watching this. But it's good to have some, what is that? B-roll. B-roll is something I learned in broadcasting class. That is something that gives your viewer to watch or what you're talking about during the video. Most of the time I don't have any of this stuff I'm capturing on footage because I only record in-game, so that's why I'm showing Call of Duty gameplay, to get you guys interested a little bit too. And then have fun and be original. I notice a lot of people are going for YouTube names such as like Whiskey Alpha Tango Bravo Charlie, Kilo 34, and all these dumb names that people have already taken, and they're just regular call sign, talk sign. And then same with their call signs. They're going like Whiskey, Alpha, Delta, Bravo, Charlie. Nobody really wants that anymore. That's everything's been taken right there. I would recommend getting something original. For an example, I saw, what did I see? Like, once again, I'll just throw out Godsairsofter's. When are you going to see that? You only see one of them. I've seen probably like 6 or 7 SEAL Team 7, SEAL Team 6, SEAL Team 5 Airsoft. That's kind of bull that you're putting that. I think that's the last thing I have to rant about on the YouTube channel section right there. And one thing I have to say is I hate when people bag on me for my Polar Star. I hate it so much. Everybody goes, oh geez, he's shooting 3-round bursts. Oh my god, why can't he use semi like the rest of us? In reality, I do use semi like the rest of them. I just shoot 3-round bursts when I'm at the chrono to intimidate some people, because that is a factor of airsoft. If you intimidate somebody, most of the time you will have the advantage on them. And this past time I was at Fighter Town, I'm using a lot of Fighter Town references because that's where I play most of the time now. People thought I was cheating. I'm sitting there standing before the ref explains the game, and somebody goes, I hear the ref over talking, and he says, okay, make sure we do chrono checks and make sure everybody knows that we're doing them. So, you know who they pull right off the field? They pull me. One of the only guys in the morning with the Polar Star. And you know what I was shooting at with .2s? 320 FPS with .2s. And you know what the field limit there is? 400 feet per second for a standard AR. That kind of makes me mad when people think, oh geez, just because he's got a Polar Star, he's cheating. It's kind of like a bad reputation. It's kind of like how the Muslim community got the terrorist nickname after the Al-Qaeda, which was only a few of the Muslims. I understand they have beliefs that they don't like Westerners and stuff, but most of them aren't going to go blowing us up. So, you know what I mean? Like, they're not... It's kind of like, okay, all Muslims are terrorists. That's what they're saying. That's basically what they're saying for Polar Stars. It's not at the same level, but that's what they're saying. And not everybody goes 80 rounds per second, and that kind of ticks me off. Yes, you're cool, you can go 80 rounds a second. Do you need to do that? The price on BBs today is crazy, so if you're running 80 rounds a second, could you just spare me a few dollars and buy me some BBs? Jeez. And then this last thing I wrote down is the Julia, or whatever the hell it is. It's the energy difference. And honestly, if you're, it's kind of hard to explain, but basically the only way I could explain it is if you were to have 2 guns, you would have a standard AEG, let's say it's just like a JG-M4, and another gun, which would be your Polar Star M4. Everything's the same on them, besides the fusion engine and the gearbox. They're just equally matched. So you got your Polar Star shooting at 500 FPS. and you'll have your AEG shooting at 500 FPS. So they're both shooting the same. And when you put heavier that would be with like a .20. And when you have heavier BBs, such as like if you were to put a .48 in there or .4 into the Polar Star, you would only drop probably not even 100 FPS. So you'd probably go down, let's just say 400 FPS with .4s. And you get the AEG. The AEG would be shooting 400 or with .48s probably like 300. So then, how much energy difference would it take to get your AEG shooting at as hard as a Polar Star? You would probably need 600 FPS with .2s to hit the same spot. I can't even explain this. F this. F this. Go find a video yourself on the Julies or whatever they're called. We're down to like probably last 2 comments, and then I will get down to the giveaway. One last thing with the YouTube channel, I don't know if you guys watch all my videos or whatever. That's cool if you don't. I really don't mind because I don't watch everyone else's videos, like all of their videos. But I got bagged for my kill thing, the Battlefield 3 effect, the blue enemy killed 100, I think it says. And somebody was in one of my videos says, this is not a video game. You don't need to put that. Well, you know what? I kind of got into airsoft because of video games, and that's been my backdrop, and I think that's probably what his backdrop is too. He does not realize it. Once again, airsoft is supposed to be for fun. It's not supposed to be going out and not having fun, because there's no point doing that then. It's kind of like if you were to go dump your genitals in a thing of volcano, if you were to dump your genitals in a volcano, if you like to do that, you like to do that. That's one of those things. But if you don't and you're doing it anyways, that's kind of stupid. One thing I have to talk about since it was raining this past weekend, getting dirty. Who cares if you get dirty? It's airsoft. Most of us are wearing BDUs, everything that we wouldn't wear normally, like to a normal day. Stuff we can actually get dirty, because from probably 75% of the guys that were out there had boots on, BDUs, and a plate carrier of some sort. You shouldn't care about getting dirty, because you can clean all that crap off later. And if you think about it, when else do you get dirty? Do you get dirty when you walk down the street in the middle of the city? No, I don't think so, unless you're some weirdo and you want to like lay in the dirt. Another thing I have to say is pushing up. I dislike when people tell me, go up there, go up there, go up there, breach this room first. I'll breach the room if you want me to, but if you're never breaching, don't tell me to breach. Because breaching is not the easiest thing to do in airsoft. Because you're the one, in airsoft you can't throw in a flashbang grenade. See that gameplay footage right there? That guy had to have been cheating. I hit him like 5 times with my M9 in the shoulder. And anyways, if you're not pushing up if I'm pushing up, be kind of pissed about that. Because if I'm going into that room and get sprayed, and you're not on my back, and don't take out those guys that just sprayed me, I'm going to be kind of mad, because I just did that for nothing, and I could have lived longer and had less welts at the end of the day. And one last topic I want to talk about is not calling hits. People need to stop doing this. In one of my videos that I'm going to upload, it has my friend Dylan. Don't mean to call you out, Dylan, if you're watching this. He got hit and he didn't call it. I can understand, because he was using my GoPro at the time when I wasn't in town, and it hit off the GoPro, and he goes, "Oh, that was close." So I understand he didn't mean to not call it. He thought he didn't get hit. So, you know what I mean? Like, if it happens, it happens. Like, sometimes by accidentally, but don't make it happen all the time. And I understand if you're probably 200 feet out and another guy's 200 feet out, and you guys are shooting back and forth, and maybe they trickle and hit you on the top of the hat or the helmet or whatever you're wearing. I can understand if you don't feel it most of the time. And that's just one of those things that you have to think about when you're playing. But most of the time you can feel the BBs, because they get you in spots no matter what. That always hurt. And this is what I hate the most, when people shoot until they get a double out. A double out is if I'm shooting at you and you're shooting at me, you hit me, and I continue shooting at you until you get hit. I hate when people do that. That makes me so mad. I understand in real life you get shot in the legs and you continue shooting at that guy so he stops shooting you in the legs so you can kill him. I understand that. But you know what? We're playing Airsoft. You're dead with one BB no matter where it is. And I get kind of mad when people don't call their hits and they say, okay, you never hit me, instead of just man up, grow some pelotas, balls in Spanish, and just say that they got hit when I can see like a mark if I were at a CQB field and hit them, and they got a little welt where I saw it hit them, and it's still bleeding or whatever, and I say, hey man, can you just call that next time I shot you, or I shoot you? And they say, dude, you didn't even hit me, when I completely saw it and have it on footage. That's just one of those things I don't like. And okay guys, for the last part, I will talk about the giveaway. We are at 360, I think it is, subscribers. I will be doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. I know that's still 140 subscribers away, but you have to understand that I'm still at 500 subscribers, and probably the giveaway will be something tactical gear related, probably a Safariland holster. Those run for like 90 bucks. Probably some accessories, maybe a helmet, and possibly a pistol. I won't give too much more information than that. Maybe even like an e-bike coupon or something. But stay tuned, continue subscribing. Thanks for watching. This was Chase from Wolverine Ops.